Up for sale is this great looking 1981 Pontiac Trans Am. Done in a real nice silver. Paint job's a little older, but it still has a great body on it and a nice shine all the way around. Comes equipped with power steering, power brakes. It has a YC code Pontiac 400 engine in it. Was a factory air car. All it has is the air box now. The compressor and stuff has been taken off. This is just a great looking Trans Am. It's riding on an older set of Keystone rims with BFG raised white letter tires. It's got a few paint imperfections, which I'll point out, do my best to point out, but all in all, the paint's really straight on this car. Up and down the driver's side is laser straight. We got some paint imperfections down here in the front chin spoiler, and we also have some black paint chipping here on the front. As we look at the driver's side hood gap, it's nice and even from front to back. Passenger side's pretty even too. It's a little bit wider in the front than the back, but we got a nice gap all the way from front to back here where it's not touching or rubbing or anything. The front nose cone, a lot of these Trans Ams, the front nose cone's chipped or cracked. This one looks really nice. I left the blinker on when I turned in here, but if we look at this ground effect right here, just over time this one here is warped, so this one will probably need to be replaced. It's just got excess warpage right down here. As we look at the paint across the hood, the paint's excellent shape. It's got the shaker, it's got the blue bird on it. That's in really nice shape as well. Paint on the fender over here, no blisters. A little dirt. It's a little wet out today. If we look at the lower fender, no blisters down here in the lower fender, and the paint is in excellent shape. The paint job's not that old. I'm guessing probably less than 5 years old, and it still shows very well. Same thing on our rocker panel. The rocker panel has no blisters. Very solid. The same thing with the door. No blisters in the front or the rear. I don't see any chips in the front fender. No chips that I can see. Nope. No chips that I can see in the door either. So very clean. Our plastic here in the back rear quarter is nice and solid. That's nice and tight there. And as we look in here, it's all nice and solid, the metal. We go around the rear quarters. There's no blisters anywhere. The quarter's in great shape behind the rear wheel. Again, I think I went through a puddle right before I got here. Right behind the rear wheel, there's no blisters. Very nice and clean. No paint chips or scratches anywhere on the quarter panel that I can see. As we come up here in the roof, it's got the right stickers here. There again, I don't see any chip paint or any dents on the roof anywhere. It does have tinted glass in the back window. As we look up and down the side, on the passenger side, very straight body, nice paint. Tires are older on it. The rims do have surface rust on those Keystone rims as well. So a nice set of rims and tires down the road would really help this car out. Dual exhaust sounds okay. It's got the correct Trans Am tips out the back. Floors are all undercoated, nice solid original floor pans and stuff under there. The back bumper is in excellent shape. The paint's nice there. It's never backed into anything that I can see where the paint's cracked at all. Taillight lenses and stuff are nice. Really for a Trans Am rear trunk lid and stuff, it's really nice here on the driver's side. Even the spoiler and stuff lines up pretty nice. Sticks up just a little bit, but not bad. Same thing over here on the passenger side. Trunk lid lines up right over good over here. Just the spoiler sticks up a little bit there. As we open the door jambs, a lot of times on these cheaper muscle cars, they don't do a very good job jamming them. When this car was painted, the doors were painted off the car. You can see they didn't have a line in here. They painted the jambs the same time they did the rear quarters. Really nice inner rocker panels are all painted very nicely as well. So in here and by the hinges are all done. They did a new interior when they did the paint job, I'm guessing a few years ago. So the door panel is in excellent shape. The rubber's new here. So we look at our corners of the doors, they're in great shape. Bottoms of the doors are good. Seat covers look excellent, and they've got nice padding in them as well. Carpet is brand new. Dash pad is perfect. I don't see any cracks or blemishes on the dash pad. This really is a great looking driver conditioned car. As far as our back seat, there again, that's all been redone. Very nice and plush. We do have all the factory blue seat belts, but somebody must have lost one and had one maroon color seat belt in here, so it does have one seat belt that doesn't match up. Other than that, the door panels in the back are nice. They're not all scarred up. Same thing back here. They were all redone as well. So a lot of times on these Trans Ams, all these interior pieces usually get really chalky and dry rotted. These back door panels are excellent. Around the back window and stuff looks good as well. Dome light works. It's got a new dome light lens. New roof rail rubber. That's all brand new as well. As far as our rear quarter goes, very solid rear quarter. Paint's nice all the way around the rear quarter. As I was talking to you earlier, like I said, the center caps are surface rusty, and there's a light surface rust all the way around the inside of the ring on pretty much all the rims. Now this car sits just a little higher in the back. It's got air shocks on it, but the air shocks aren't all the way up. It's got some stiffer springs in the back. As far as the lower fender goes, no rust blisters, nice paint there. Rocker panel, same way. I don't see any blisters in the door either. So very solid, very great looking Trans Am. We do have one paint crack right here. It's very small, but it is there. As we look at the door jambs, that kind of thing. All looks just as nice as the passenger side, really done well. New door panel on the driver's side as well, that looks good. Armrest doesn't look new, that looks like the original. You can tell where the blue is fading off just a little bit, showing a little black on it. Door jambs are good, rubber's nice. Heater fan works on low. Yeah, just on low. The medium and high do not work on the heater fan. Gas gauge works. Amp gauge works. Oil pressure gauge worked when I brought it out here. It was carrying between 20 and 40. 40 going down the road, about 18 in an idle to 20. I was going down the road and it just down the highway and just pegged out over at the top now. So tach does not work. Clock does work. Speedometer works. So the oil pressure gauge just quit working on it, and the tachometer does not work. Wipers work. The alternator gauge works. Gas gauge works.
General stores to pick up your
It's got a Sony CD player. Nice little radio in it. Like I said, the carpet is done very nicely. It's the high quality carpet. Console's in great shape. It's got a new shifter button in it. Inside of the console is all new inside there. That's nice too. Just a nice car as far as the paint, interior, body. Just a really nice car. As mentioned before, it's got a YC code 400. The motor looks a little grungy. It's an older motor on it, but it seems like it runs good. I need to put a little air in the air shocks. I thought I wanted the butt end of the car down a little bit, so I let the air out of the air shocks, but it still sits high because of those rear springs. So really sounds good. Brakes are excellent. No pull left or right on the brakes. It's got a nice firm pedal. Kick down works good on the transmission. Shifts right down into second there, into first. From second to first, excuse me. Front suspension, no hands on the wheel, goes straight down the road. Very nice and tight there. Doesn't seem like a lot of play in the wheel at all either. So it's just a really nice driver quality Trans Am. The odometer shows 12,799. I'm guessing it's 112.